Dan, you know we're going to give you a hard time.
Okay, everybody, we're going to get started with our 6 o'clock meeting for October 10th, the Manvel Planning, Development, and Zoning Commission. We'll start with roll call. Ryan Miller, that's me, I'm here. Kyle Moraskin.
Here.
Mary Ann Atkinson.
Here.
Kenneth Haynes.
Here.
And Christy has not joined us yet this evening. I know Dorothy said she is out of town, and Muhammad has not joined us this evening. Yes, ma'am. Okay, great, thank you. If everybody will stand for the pledge, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. Texas, under God, indivisible.
Thank you. Ms. Tammy, do we have any public comments cards? No, ma'am. Thank you. Consent agenda, we have 2 items, a 6-month preliminary plat extension for Del Lake Section 9 and approving the meeting minutes to date. Any objections or motions?
I'll give a motion to approve.
Okay, I'll second that. All those in favor, please. And that motion carries 4-0. Okay, we'll move on to our regular agenda, consideration and possible action to approve the preliminary plat of Hampton Business Park. Jose?
Good evening, Commissioners. This is a preliminary plat for a subdivision called Hampton Business Park. The property is located at the intersection of Magnolia and Kirby Drive, both of which are major thoroughfares. The property is zoned, this was rezoned from open single family to light commercial. The developer is planning to develop the site for a retail center, including retail sales and service type uses. This plat was previously submitted in May and was denied. They've resubmitted it, but includes a few deficiencies, as a result of which staff is recommending denial, recommending not to approve the plat for the reasons listed in the report, which includes a few deficiencies, 5 deficiencies on the plat itself, and there are 3 comments which are related to the preliminary drainage and utility plan that was submitted. If you all have any questions, or if you'd like me to read the comments, I'll be happy to do that.
Everybody had a chance to review them, or we need to go over them further?
Good.
Good. Any questions about them?
So Joe, the only question that I have, so some of the items that you found that was deficient, were they some of the same ones from the last time when we denied it?
So last time they did not submit us a preliminary drainage plan and utility plan, so we didn't have anything to review, so those are new. And then some of the other comments are from the previous list of comments. And the first item is a new one, because last time they did not have a setback line. We had a comment asking them to include a 25-foot setback. However, based on the alignment of the way the reserves are, they missed the front setback line for one of the reserves. So it's a new, sort of a new comment, but related to one that was previously issued.
Okay.
Okay. Are we ready for motions then?
Need a Bobby speech for the Bobby motion, or you all got it?
I think we got it.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Hampton Business Park preliminary plat.
I second.
Okay, all those in favor? And all those opposed? Motion fails 0-4. Okay, agenda item B, consideration of possible action to approve an extended stay permit for a recreational vehicle located at 5714 Masters Road. Jose.
This one is an extended stay permit. The property is located along Masters Road, as the address suggests. The property is within the open single-family residential zoning district, which allows for minimum 1 acreage lots, and the intent is for rural living. This property has had several code violation and code enforcement investigations happening, and it's been ongoing since 2021. A notice of violation that was sent in 2021 is attached in your packet. And the property had a wide range of violations, including substandard structures with multiple dwelling units in it, hazardous conditions, and units being rented out. So CenterPoint Energy disconnected power on this property in February 2022. The property had two RVs on it, and the applicant is requesting to allow the RVs to be used as a dwelling unit so that he can stay in that RV and clear the property. So the property owner has made some improvements in terms of being able to demolish some of the code violation and kind of correct some of those issues. However, it's not been completely taken care of yet. The property was originally owned by Mr. John Furness, who recently passed away. And the applicant, John Furness Jr., is his son. However, he hasn't provided us documentation suggesting that he's authorized to act on behalf of the trust in which the property is owned by right now. We've had that conversation. He was going to provide us that documentation, but we haven't received anything yet. So the packet also includes the permit criteria for an extended stay permit. If you look at the intent of the permit, the reason why we have that permit is so that in case of unique circumstances, like a couple of situations we've seen in the past where we've approved extended stay permit, if somebody has to have an RV used as a dwelling unit within the city limits for more than 6 months, and there is an extenuating situation for which they need little more time, that's the intent and that's the reason for this. This situation, the concern that staff has is that it's been an ongoing code violation situation, code enforcement situation since 2021, and it's already 2023. And approving this does not align with the intent of the extended stay permit. Additionally, concerns that staff has is that because of all the code violation and the property being the state in which it was and is, allowing to continue the use of the RV as a dwelling unit may also be hazardous. It may not be safe, because if you look at some of the pictures and if you look at some of the descriptions included in the packet about the code violation, it shows how hazardous the situation was. So considering all of that, staff clearly sees that it's not aligning with the intent of this permit, so staff is recommending denial of the permit.
Okay. And did they give any reason why they think, like, are they living there now? So that's the reason they need the extended stay permit, is to continue further, or is it their intent to move into one of these, but they think they need more than 6 months?
So it's not very clear, but the understanding I got is that they were living in that RV for a while, but then the power was a situation, CenterPoint Energy disconnected the power. What I was told is that the reason why they need the extended stay permit, the gentleman who applied doesn't live here, he lives far away. Whenever he comes to this area, he wants to occupy the RV, stay there and work on clearing the demoing and clearing the property and getting rid of all the code violation issues. That's what was told to me. I'm not 100% sure if somebody is living there. One of the issues is that they have a gate and with a sign saying trespassing and all of that. So we did not go onto the property and do an investigation prior to reviewing this case. But based on our conversation, that's what was told. Now, Jessica, do you have any additional information that I'm missing?
I mean, I'm the same with Joe's. You can't get onto the property. The RV's been there for a while. I think they claim it gets taken on and off. The slides are out, but we don't have any definitive evidence, or conclusive evidence, where we could say that they're living out there. The other thing, and I hope that Joe's didn't mention already, I apologize if he did. We haven't gotten any consent from the property owner either. We know that it's in a trust, so we've never gotten anything from the applicant stating that the owner says it's okay there, and we were just looking for any kind of proof of who could give the permission to allow, that person to live on the property.
Okay, thank you. So there's some technical deficiencies in addition to just some unanswered questions to really get into any true
We've
details.
requested it, but we haven't gotten anything from the applicant. I know Joe's has tried to get a little bit further clarification just about the living situation with the RV, if we could find out a little bit more information, but we haven't gotten anything from the applicant.
Okay. Any questions from anyone else?
Yeah, my question, have we tried to find, I guess, the executor of the trust to see if,
Beneficiary of the trust.
okay.
We've never seen a trust document. Sorry.
Oh,
This came into, when there was a court case about it and et cetera, et cetera. It's in the name of a trust, and we've never seen the trust document. Apparently, Mr. Furness, who was the settlor of the trust, and perhaps his son is a trustee, we don't know. We've never seen anything. So I think finding out who is the rightful owner right now, because it's not even an estate. Like if a regular individual had that property, it would be the estate of that person, but
Right.
it's in the name of a trust, then you have to look to the trust document to see who the beneficiary is.
Okay.
It transfers to the beneficiary, so.
So it's not in an estate right now.
It's not, what didn't belong to an individual. If everything that was stated is true, it's in the name of a trust, which is its own legal entity, almost like a corporation, yeah.
And I have some questions. Did this actually start January 5th of '21 or December 15th of '21? Because on the letter, it's almost a whole year in there. And since we're not able to get onto the property, and the last pictures here were from May of '22, and it's already been a whole nother year, so we have no idea if he's even been really cleaning it up, right?
No, I do have information that he's been cleaning it up because we had communication with some of the code enforcement officers, and what they told me is that they witnessed it, they've been on the site intermittently,
Okay.
and they've seen that some of the violations were cleared and addressed, but not entirely at this point, is what
Yeah.
my understanding.
And that may have been in response to the court case, too, the civil court case in the district court, not a municipal court.
Okay.
So has this been going on since January of '21, though? I mean, I'm looking at
The initial inspection was done on December 15th.
You mean the violations that
and
were there, or you mean the application for the extended stay?
No, the letter that the chief.
Those are the code
has-
enforcement
Code enforcement's
violations.
been going on for longer than,
Yeah, they were
2021.
observed
Yeah.
December 15th of '21,
But
and
even if you give them that time frame, a year is too
Yeah,
long
because that's
anyway
almost
for
a whole year in
anything.
between the dates there.
is that letter possibly dated wrong? It was dated visual inspection 12/15/21, and the letter date is January 5/21? Is
Yeah.
it maybe January 5/22?
Yeah,
when the
'cause I just-
year comes around, a lot
Yeah.
of people.
Okay,
Just for clarity.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so all the details withstanding, we honestly don't even know if this is somebody that can receive a permit for this property. Is that kind of where we stand? So any additional questions?
I mean,
Would it be considered squatting at this point?
Depends.
We don't know who owns it, so if
Yeah.
it's not an owner,
yeah.
it could be. I mean, it's obviously a direct family and a direct descendant. But we don't know.
So what I was told by the applicant is that he has documentation, he will provide it. He said either his mom or sister, somebody was in the area who would drop it off, but that never happened.
And how long ago was that? Was it when he asked for the permit?
It was close to when the application was submitted, and I mean, I've left voice message as recently as like last week.
Okay. So it's been at least 2 months.
I know John Earl. He's not the nicest person. So, great guy overall, but not the nicest person. So,
But he's had 2
this-
years.
My thing is, can we put a drone up to look at it? Is it legal?
There's certain.
I don't even know. We send a police officer off to school to learn all those FAA rules about what you
Okay.
can and can't do with it.
Just
So
asked.
I'm gonna.
I don't know
I'll
enough
give it
about that anymore.
There's an online class.
Warrant.
Okay, so are we good to move on to motions then?
I'll give you a motion to approve.
Okay, I will second that motion. All those in favor? And all those opposed? Motion fails 0-4. Okay, agenda item C, consideration and possible action to direct staff to provide applicants written statements of the conditions for any conditional approvals and the reasons for disapproval of any plans or plats that were not approved per Texas Local Government Code 212.0091. I will make a motion to approve that if there's no discussion.
I'll second that.
All those in favor? And the motion passes 4-0. Agenda item D, discussion of amendment of bylaws. Who wants to field this one?
Please let me. No.
Okay, thank you, Bobby.
This started out as something incredibly easy. You know, when we changed our meeting dates, nights from the first and third to the second and fourth, because council changed it, we didn't update our bylaws to make that change. So it started out as a super simple perfunctory change to just change that from the first and third to the second and fourth. Talking to Tammy, we realized that what's in the bylaws actually does not match what was in the city code, because it looks like the codifiers didn't put everything from the 2014 ordinance into the city code. So there's stuff that's missing. So in looking at that, and then I guess our current ones really could use a little bit of organization. And then I also like to put in citations to state law, the city charter, the city code for certain things, so you know where to go find it. Like if it says P&Z members must be a resident of the city. Oh, well, where's that come from? Is that just in the bylaw? Well, actually, it's from the charter, so I'll put in the little charter reference. I did that with MEDC. Kind of makes it nice and easy to find stuff when you're looking for certain things. And then the mayor said he was looking at some changes for boards and committees generally, and like to have a meeting with us on, what, the 16th or something like that. So I said, well, let's make it no action for tonight till we figure some of this out, maybe get some direction from the mayor, probably council, but I'll bring it up as a discussion item, because if anybody wants to take a look at our bylaws, if there's anything you would like to see or added or deleted or whatever, please take a look and let us know, and now would be the time. And that's really all I got for tonight.
Okay, very good. We will start changing everything right now. Okay, thank you. So no action then on item D. Final item, consideration possible action to approve excused committee member absences. Any motions?
I make a motion to excuse absences.
I second it.
All those in favor? And the motion carries 4-0. And one final motion, please.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
And all those in favor? And that motion carries as always, 4-0. Perfect. Thank you, everybody, and have a great evening.